All right, everybody. Hey, thank you so much for watching this channel. Hey, I want to talk about some Falcons football. The Dirty Birds just got some phenomenal news, a great Kyle Pitts news, actually. And I'm reading this off an article. He released one of his workout videos. And let's just say, dude looks like he's in good shape. He looks everything. Honestly, I thought he looked a little thin. But anyways, here's the article itself. And can I just start out by saying, like, Kyle Pitts, phenomenal player, mad respect to you, excited to see what you're going to do this year. We're going to talk about all that kind of stuff. We're going to talk about why this is really good news for the Falcons and why I think everything could come together for Kyle Pitts and this team. But am I the only one who thinks sometimes when you look at pictures of Kyle Pitts, it looks like one of those big head company pictures? Like the head sometimes just looks too big. And I think that's because he's wearing small shoulder pads. It's so weird to see an NFL player's head look normal size even when he has shoulder pads on. But anyways, big head, good play, I guess. So here's the deal. They went in to talk about all this, that he was looking good and all that kind of stuff. But I want to just show you the workout video real quick, and we'll see. Hopefully it allows me to do it. But he's just getting some workout in. He's going to do a couple little steps, change the direction, basically anything that you would need to do when you're playing, like show that explosiveness, show the ability to do quick twitch movements, to turn, to plant, to do all these things on the knee that hurt, and so that took him out of the back half of that second year. But you all know, Falcons fans, the story here. You know it. But I want to go in just a little bit deeper on how bad it actually was last year for him. That wasn't because of him. He obviously, we knew some of it was his own fault, but most of it wasn't. It's amazing how much Arthur Smith took the ball out of Mariota's hands, like at a shocking level. So yes, Pitts only had 28 catches. He only had 356 yards, and fantasy football owners everywhere are dying. All right. But even when Mariota had the ball in his hands, even when he threw it to Pitts, based on metrics, it was off target. The throw was off target nearly 30% of the time. So that means last year, in the 56 times that Marcus Mariota threw the ball to Kyle Pitts, 30% of the time the incompletion was on the quarterback. Fully on the quarterback. That the target was, or the throw was completely off target. 30% of the time. On 56 throws, that's something like 15 of the throws were 100% on the quarterback. All right. So he had 28 catches on those 56. Well, 15 or so were the quarterback's fault. That means if there were 41 targets, he still would have 28 catches. It's almost like you can take 15 targets and just throw them away. And when I wanted to look into this to see, like, okay, come on, the quarterback play couldn't have been that bad, right? Like, I know Mariota's not a great thrower of the football, but come on, it couldn't be that bad. It had to be a lot on Pitts. So I went into PFF and I wanted to compare his rookie year, which we all know is phenomenal. He had 107 targets where he ended up catching 68 balls, 63.6, and that was with the ghost of Matt Ryan throwing to him. Look, we all love Matt Ryan. I enjoyed watching Matt Ryan for the longest time. I know that last year in Atlanta, his arm was absolutely leaving him. It was very obvious. And then he proved that when he went to the Colts. He proved that he was done. And Pitts in his rookie year went over 1,000 yards for a tight end. That's unheard of. It's unheard of. Averaged 15 yards a catch, like he's some kind of great downfield wide receiving threat. All right. His touchdown production hasn't been there, but I want to give you the grades, the PFF grades between year 1 and year 2. Like, how much worse was he? And his grades are going to be a little negatively affected when there's a worse quarterback throwing to him. Because as bad as Matt Ryan may have been that final year of his time in Atlanta and Pitts' first year, he was still considerably better than Marcus Mariota. So overall offensive grade, he went from an 80 to a 73. That's not that big of a jump or of a drop. Receiving, he went from an 82 to a 77. His drop rate went from an 80 to a 77. Like, still good grades. Good grades. His pass blocking was still good. Like, there were a lot of things that he did and continued to do well in his second year, that he did well in his first year. So all of this, getting Ritter in at quarterback, another year in the system, getting healthy, the athletic amazingness that he has, another player in Drake London that is going to eat targets or take away attention from Kyle Pitts, so he can be the first or second option oftentimes and just kind of space out the field a little bit. The emergence of what is going to be an even better run game. All of this. So they'll have to actually respect the run game, and he's going to be coming off the line on that. Okay, all of this leads to me believing that Kyle Pitts is going to have a monster year. So if his rookie year was 68 catches for 1,000 yards, I'm talking 75 catches minimum. That feels like it's an easy thing for him to get. I'm talking 1,200 yards. Like, there's no reason this guy should not have the best year of his career if he can stay healthy and stay on the field. I just don't see why he wouldn't. So I'm excited for it. I know when I'm in fantasy football in my dynasty drafts, he is going to be probably my number 2 tight end. I think I can't put him ahead of Mark Andrews just yet, because Mark Andrews is kind of in that sweet spot. But I think about it. Like, I would think about it. And so if I'm sitting here and I'm like, yeah, I want to take him, it means I believe in what he's going to do long term. He's 22. Like, he's old, an old 22. And I think in October he's going to be 23. So he'll turn 23 during the NFL season. But like, even if he's 23, are you kidding me? Like, he's so young. He has so much to grow. That also means when he was 20 years old, he put up 1,000-yard season, 20 and 21. Are you kidding me? He started that season off. He was not legally allowed to drink, and he put up 1,000-yard season at the tight end position, one of the most difficult positions for a rookie to play. All right. And I understand, like, well, he's a tight end. I don't care. Like, I don't care. That's impressive to do, especially at 20 years old, 21 for half the season as well. But like, that is really impressive to do. So yeah, I'm kind of all in. I'm buying the Kyle Pitts stock. The only thing that I think can keep him from consistently producing, consistently having 1,000-yard seasons is health. I don't know, because I think he's got the quarterback that's good enough to do it now. All right. Thank you so much for watching, Dirty Birds. Hope you're excited about this season. You're in a weak division, and you have a legit chance of winning the thing. All right. Talk to you on the next one.